Greetings everyone, David J. Coon with Qigong Awareness. So I wanted to speak to you about how do you start your Qigong program. I have so many different things out there, so many Qigong videos, so many trainings, so many practices, Qigong instructor certification, medical Qigong practitioner certification, but a lot of people are asking me, hey, how do I just start? I know you have a book, I know you have all these different things. Anyway, let's start you with some Qigong practice, but let's first point out the why, because many people come to Qigong practice for different reasons, but a lot of people come to Qigong, specifically the kind of Qigong that I primarily teach, which is called Medical Qigong. Why? Because they have something going on in their physical body they're trying to heal. They've been to the doctors, they've been to the different kinds of practitioners, they're trying to heal something, they have a stubborn condition. Let me start you at A, so to speak, because I literally have all the way to Z in terms of the training of Qigong to heal yourself. Not only did I heal myself of a severe spinal disease that the doctor said would cripple me by the time I was 30 years old, I've helped hundreds and even more than hundreds, maybe even we're into the thousands now, of people heal themselves of many different types of conditions. So with Medical Qigong, our focus is on healing certain conditions, healing certain things. Now, having said that, let's jump into some practices that no matter what condition you have, these are practices that I'm going to start you with so you can regain your energy, which is the basic concept and idea of Qi, so that you can rebuild some of that energy, some of that vitality, so that it can be used to start healing your body. So let's go straight away with one of the practices that I would give you. Stand with feet roughly underneath the shoulders. I'm going to have you take your two middle fingers, touch them at the lower rim of your belly button. I want you to bring your fingers together mostly like so and hold your hands against your lower belly. Now, over time, there are more advanced practices of this particular practice. To begin with, all I want you to do, I recommend you do, is you set a timer. Set the timer for 3 minutes. If you feel a little more confident, you can bump it up to 5 minutes. You're going to stand here. What do you need to do while you're standing here? Well, one is you need to make sure your knees are slightly bent, okay? It's important. Otherwise, you'll cut off the blood circulation. What's another thing I want you to do here? I recommend you don't have your butt out, nor do you have your pelvis moving forward. You need to find the sweet spot in between and imagine you're plugging in your lower tailbone back here into the ground a little bit, okay? So it's a very short distance that we're moving and lowering ourselves, but it's important. When I do that, I want to have the feeling, it will take time for some of you, but to have this feeling like I just sat down on one of those bar stools or something. Just the edge of my butt is sitting on that bar stool. From this position, I want to have the chin roughly parallel to the floor. It could be a little bit tucked forward, a little bit down, but I don't want this, okay? Next, spine straight as possible. Shoulders here relaxed as possible. Some of you, when you go to practice these kinds of still poses like this, right away you're going to feel the stiffness in your shoulders. There are reasons for that. I'll get into it at another time. But holding here, this is the posture. From this position now, making yourself still but relax. That's the trick. A lot of people can make themselves still. Okay, hurry up, be still. But then they can't relax. So we have to maybe roll the shoulders at first to get used to this a little bit. Roll the shoulders, and then you're holding this area. Now let's be still. I'm going to count to 30 here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, Excellent. So this is a very beginning practice. This is just something to start you going and get you going with your Qigong practices. Once you have a practice, this is a practice specifically that I give all of my patients, all of my clients when they come to me and they're trying to heal whatever they have going on. This lower dantien is the epicenter for health and vitality. We want to bring some healing here. I'm going to give you another one and then I'll tell you a couple different ways in which you can do this at home. So the next one, I'm going to hold my hands here, same idea. I'm going to make a triangle here. My belly button is going to be in the center of that triangle roughly. My thumbs are right here just above my belly button, and then my hands go down here. I'm making an upside down triangle. Same thing, I'm going to set the timer, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. What I want you to notice while you're practicing this practice, and again, same setup, feet just below the shoulders. It's happening to me right now while I'm speaking to you. My saliva is starting to shift around, and I'm starting to swallow at the back of my throat. And this is very important. Those of you new to medical Qigong and internal Qigong practices, the saliva changes are very important. It seems maybe a little boring at first, but if you become a devout practitioner of internal Qigong practices, you're going to be paying very close attention to your saliva. You're going to be paying very close attention to the internal movement of Qi in your body, which will take some time to identify. You're going to be paying close attention to your breathing patterns. And for a brand new beginner, we're wanting you to pay attention, to at least start to pay attention to some of these things, because they have everything to do with your health or your sickness. For example, if while I'm standing here holding this, some of you will have now swallowed 3, 4, 5 times. Some of you haven't swallowed at all. You're wondering what the heck I'm talking about with the movement of saliva, because your saliva is not even moving. If your saliva is not moving, it shows you the stagnation in not only your digestion, the saliva and its biochemical messengers are also related to your breathing patterns. They're also related to your blood flow, related to your Qi flow, and therefore all of that is also related to your breathing patterns. So just this simple exercise, these two, I gave you one, I'm giving you a second one. These 2 simple exercises are where I would have you begin, okay, with your Qigong practice if you're looking to heal yourself of something you have going on in your life, all right? Now, I'm gonna move like this. Those are 2 really good ones. I told you how you can set the timer at home. By the way, both of those particular positions, notice what I'm doing now because I'm giving you a third exercise. I'm shaking very lightly here at the wrist. This is very good for the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is the system that becomes toxic after the blood has become toxic, and you end up with this thing called cancer, for example. So you're here shaking your hands lightly and then brushing lightly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're back to a light movement with the hands, and then you're back to 1, 2, I'm brushing my hands, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm going to step out, I'm going to go a little wider with my feet. I'm going to just move my arms. I'm not purposefully trying to breathe in right here. I'm just going to lift my arms slowly about this speed. You may notice somewhere in there your breath just comes all by itself, wants to breathe in. That's fine, let it. I'm going to slowly move my hands down, slowly, 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 and I'm going to exhale my breath through my mouth. I'm going to come up again. This one in our school, we call it the waterfall. You imagine water coming straight down here through the center line of your body, washing over your entire body. Exhale. Inhale. Notice that time I purposefully took an inhale through the nose. Exhale. through the mouth, okay? I'm gonna bring my hands right here for a moment. You'll see yoga teachers, Qigong teachers in class like this. This in and of itself is a practice. This puts the cherry on top, and notice where it puts it, right in the epicenter of your heart space, which in Chinese medicine is also referred to as middle dantien. We'll get into that in another video. What we emphasized today was what's called lower dantien. If you want to bring healing to your body in any way, shape, or form, we need to start charging the lower dantien. I showed you 2 exercises to do this. We also want to begin clearing the lymphatic system. I showed you 1 exercise to do that. And then we need an exercise to just wash everything away. That's the waterfall. I also showed you how to do that. This would be an excellent way to begin your Qigong practice. If you're looking for a daily routine that you can learn Qigong with 10 minutes or less a day for 21 days in a row, check out our 21-day Qigong challenge. It's for sale on the website. It's a very simple, anybody can do it. It's 10 minutes a day for 21 days. If you miss a day along the way, no big deal. Pick it up the next day. You'll have ongoing access to the content for years to come. So check that out. That is one way to also pick this up and create a daily practice. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video.